Assalamu alaikum friends. I hope you all are well and enjoying learning with language and linguistics. Today we are going to talk about communication and sign, and the reason is we always have learned that language is the communication of ideas, feelings and emotions. So it's important to know what is communication and why they are important in language. So let's move to our first slide. What is language? According to Sapir, language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotions, and desires by means of voluntarily produced symbols. In this lecture, we will talk about communication, symbols, and signs. Communication is the transmission of information or the transfer of message between a source and a receiver by means of signs. And a sign is something physical which represents something other than itself. As you can see in the picture, there is a signboard where you can see the image as well as the text, and school is written here on the signboard. So sign is something physical which represents something other than itself. And signs have an exponent, a meaning, and a set of reference, or you can say objects. The exponent of a sign is itself physical manifestation, something which can be perceived, heard, seen, or touched by the receiver of the message. Or you can say a gesture, facial expression, picture, road sign, sound of horn, a word, and smell of burning are all the physical manifestation or the exponent of the sign. Communication and signs, referent and reference. The individual things, qualities, actions, states in the world to which a sign refers to are the reference or sign. Signs and reference, or you can say the objects together, constitute the reference, extension of the sign. Sign and meaning. In addition to have an exponent. Exponent is a idea or concept, and reference, a sign is also associated with meaning. The meaning of a sign is the concept which it evokes in its user's mind and which can be identified with a set of semantic features. This set can be called the sign's intention. For instance, English word girl evokes a concept that includes the features, and these features are young, female, and human. These are all the semantic features of the word girl. Next one is code. The signs used in communication system constitute a code, or using signs to communicate your ideas and feelings via language is called code. Let's have a look why signs are important and the division of signs in language. Signs can be divided into three basic kinds: symbolic, iconic, and symptomatic. Symbol: when the exponent of a sign bears an arbitrary relationship to the sign's referent, the sign is a symbol. For instance, the colors used in traffic lights are symbolic. It's a matter of arbitrary convention that the red light means stop and the green light means go. In principle, it could be anything around the world. The vast majority of the world of human language are symbolic sign. Their physical form, pronunciation, and their reference are arbitrarily associated. For example, in English, we have the word table, but in Russian, stall, German, and Spanish, we have different words. All refer to the same kind of thing, but all sound different because there is arbitrary relationship, no connection at all. Just we human beings make connection between the object and the word we are using. So it's symbolic kind of relationship between the word table and the actual object table. Second division of sign is icon. Natural resemblance between the exponent or meaning and the referent objects of the sign is called an icon. Image of man or woman on public water door is an iconic sign. Small minorities of the word in language are onomatopoeic. Words are signs that are partly iconic, partly arbitrary, and partly symbolic because their counterparts in other languages are never quite the same. For example, buzz, ding dong, meow, and cuckoo. Third category in the division of signs is symptom. When the exponent of a sign is mechanically linked to its source in such a way that it is spontaneous reflection of the state of source, the sign is symptom. Symptom do not need interpretation in a language. They are interpreted simply by there being a direct association between two states of affairs. They are not chosen and sent deliberately but follow automatically from certain states of affairs. For example, blushing is the symptom of embarrassment, trembling voice is the symptom of excitement, and smoke, as you can see in the picture, is a symptom of fire. Human beings, however, capable of producing some symptoms deliberately. This happens in playing act or deceiving. For example, when somebody deliberately assumes a tired or drunken way of walking, even when they are not tired or drunk at all. Let's have a look on main points of this lecture. Communication is the transmission of message from sender to receiver. Sign represents something that has set of referent and meaning. Exponent of the sign is the physical manifestation of something that can be perceived by the senses. Individual things, qualities, feelings, and objects are referent. Signs and referent together constitute reference like sign of school and building of school create reference of school like educational institution. Meaning of sign is the concept which can be identified with a set of semantic features like girl is a young, beautiful female. Signs used for communication are called code. Three basic kind of signs are symbolic, iconic, and symptomatic. Arbitrary relationship between sign and referent is symbol. Natural resemblance between the exponent and the referent of the sign is called an icon. Direct and mechanical link between the exponent and its source is symptom, like smoke is the symptom of fire. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Language and Linguistics. You can also find the link to download this lecture that is given in the description section.